The COVID-19 pandemic changed the way that people across the globe live and work by closing all borders, businesses, and schools. Telecommuting will continue to be established as the new working standard in post-pandemic times due to the increased work-life balance and job satisfaction that it provides. Personally, I have grown to experience telecommuting through school and work during the COVID-19 pandemic. Additionally, I've done research on the subject. According to an article by Hodder in 2020, global telecommuting has been happening since COVID-19 was declared a pandemic on March 11, 2020, and we're told all employees should be encouraged to work from home unless otherwise impossible for them to do so. It's important to discuss telecommuting since COVID-19 is still present nearly 9 months later, and it looks as though it will be for the foreseeable future. Telecommuting is a win-win for employers and their employees. I will demonstrate this by explaining the need for, benefits provided by, and impact of telecommuting. I will begin my argument by explaining the appeal of telecommuting in the modern world. The concept of telecommuting began in the 1970s and has been steadily growing in popularity until the COVID-19 pandemic brought telecommuting to the forefront of the American workforce. According to an article by Allen, Golden, and Shockley in 2015, the definition of telecommuting is work practices involving members of an organization substituting a portion of their typical working hours to work away from the central working environment, using technology to interact with their coworkers as needed to complete tasks. Beginning in the 1970s with the oil crisis, the idea was to move work to workers instead of workers to their work. This was especially attractive for groups such as the disabled or those living in rural areas and those with small children at home. According to Felstad and Henksy in 2017, technological innovation over the last several decades has stretched the reach of the conventional workplace far beyond its physical boundaries. Therefore, costs that have traditionally been associated with purchasing, building, and maintaining workplaces are high, and they're often difficult to justify if most of the work can be done remotely. According to an article by Allen, Golden, and Shockley in 2015, before the COVID-19 pandemic, 59% of U.S. employers allowed their employees some form of telecommuting. According to a survey by Riscavi and Mikulek in 2020, 92% of workers believed that their company did have the capability to work remotely before the COVID-19 pandemic due to the technology their company uses in the day-to-day office operations. According to Allen, Golden, and Shockley in 2015, telecommuting provides businesses continuity in the face of emergencies, such as the COVID-19 pandemic, that disrupt businesses and government organizations. In addition, after being forced to telecommute for many months, many employees now wish to continue telecommuting for the foreseeable future. Now that I have discussed the need for telecommuting, I will focus on the benefits provided by remote work. Employee autonomy provided by telecommuting allows for a greater work-life balance and job satisfaction. According to Felstad and Henksy in 2017, the definition of work-life balance is satisfaction and good functioning of work and home with a minimum role of conflict. According to Vanderlip and Lippincey in 2020, telecommuting grants employees greater flexibility in how, under what conditions, and when they complete their work. Telecommuting allows those with younger children to hold on to their hard-working careers by integrating work and caring responsibilities. According to Felstad and Henksy in a 2010 survey, telecommuting employees have statistically higher levels of job satisfaction than their office worker counterparts. Telecommuting employees report more pleasurable and stimulating jobs. They are also more satisfied with their working hours. According to Vanderlip and Lippincey in 2020, telecommuting provides more time to focus on work tasks with fewer interruptions from coworkers. According to Allen, Golden, and Shockley in 2015, telecommuting is associated with lower work role stress and work exhaustion. I have discussed the benefits of telecommuting for employees, so I will now focus on its impact. Employee telecommuting leads to greater organizational commitment and productivity. According to Allen, Golden, and Shockley in 2015, telecommuting is associated with greater organizational commitment and lower turnover intentions. According to Felstad and Henksy in 2017, telecommuters display more positive attitudes towards their organizations, and 7 out of 10 telecommuting employees said that they would not transfer organizations, even for an incentive of higher pay. According to Vanderlip and Lipany in 2020, telecommuters are more willing to put forth extra effort in order to reward their employer for what they see as the favor of remote working conditions. According to Riscavi and Mikulek in 2020, 39% of remote workers choose to work longer hours each day. According to Allen, Golden, and Shockley in 2015, telecommuting is associated with increased worker performance and productivity, in addition to wages and overall firm performance. According to Felstad and Henksy in 2015 randomized controlled trial, telecommuting employees significantly outperformed their office group counterparts. According to Allen, Golden, and Shockley in 2015, telecommuting firms have the greatest innovation, financial, and relational performance. I have now explained the need for telecommuting in addition to the benefits it provides for employers and employees. As a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, telecommuting will continue to be established as the new working standard. In this argument, I have discussed the need for, benefits provided by, and the impact of telecommuting. So advocate for telecommuting within your organization. Vote for or voice your support of telecommuting in your organization. Ask your school or employer about their telecommuting practices and choose to work remotely if possible. Together, we can beat the COVID-19 pandemic while reaping the benefits of telecommuting. Thank you.